The streets are shaking. Twitter, in flames. TikTok, chaos. And fans, completely blindsided. Just when we thought the drama surrounding King Von had finally calmed down, an explosive new leak has everybody screaming, was it all a setup? Last night, a series of alleged leaked text messages reportedly from King Von's own phone surfaced online. And what they suggest? Pure betrayal. In these messages, Von allegedly warned someone close to him about a snake in the grass. A betrayal so deep, so personal, fans are now pointing fingers in every direction, especially at Lil Durk and Asian Doll. It's giving backstab. It's giving setup. It's giving they knew. Within hours, King Von text was trending #shown on Twitter. Blogs ran wild. IG lives lit up with conspiracy theories. Even some rappers started throwing subs. And we all know in this game, a sub can start a war. And now? The whispers about Asian Doll's loyalty, the quiet tension between Durk and Von before that tragic night, the cryptic tweets from Von's sister, they're all coming back to light. People are even saying this whole thing might have been a setup from the start, and the real reason Von died wasn't what we thought at all. And what about that mysterious new beef between Durk and Asian Doll that suddenly exploded right after these texts dropped? Fans are saying it's connected. Deeply connected. Of course, some of this is based on speculation, rumors, alleged texts, and yeah, we gotta say it, this story includes dramatized and fictionalized scenes made for entertainment purposes only. But still, something don't sit right. Here's what really happened. It started with a ping, a simple text, a notification no one expected to see. November 2025. A burner phone allegedly linked to King Von's old number gets hacked. Within hours, screenshots begin leaking on an underground Discord server known for exposing celebrity secrets. At first, nobody takes it seriously until one message sends shockwaves through the timeline. Watch who you trust, they standing next to me but moving for them. That line, allegedly sent 2 days before Von's death, timestamped, geotagged. And it gets worse, the next message says, she told me I was being paranoid, but I see it now, bro ain't acting the same. Bro. The internet instantly went into FBI mode, fans zoomed in, enhanced, cross-referenced tweets, theories exploded like fireworks at midnight. One fan posted a screenshot of a now deleted tweet from Asian Doll, dated just a week before Von's death. It read, "Some PPL don't deserve the loyalty you give them, but God gon' show you why you needed to lose them." Another fan replied, "Wait, was that about Von or someone else she knew he was close to?" Meanwhile, Durk's silence grew louder. The OTF frontman, usually quick to react when his brother Von's name is brought up, posted nothing. No denial, no statement. Just a black screen on IG stories with the cryptic words, "The devil work overtime, I just pray more." Now fans started picking sides. TikTokers dug up every interview, every live stream, every side-eye moment between Von, Durk, and Asian. Twitter couldn't breathe. One viral tweet with over 200,000 likes read, "If these texts real, Durk got some explaining to do. Von knew, he KNEW." But it ain't just fans talking. Insiders started whispering too. A Chicago producer who requested anonymity told one blog, "Man, I ain't saying Durk had anything to do with Von's death, but they wasn't cool like that at the end. Von was moving different. He was getting too powerful. Some didn't like that." And that's when the drama took a turn for the worse. Because just as the messages went viral, a voice note leaked. Muffled, static, but unmistakable. In the alleged recording, a deep voice one fan swears Von says, "I don't trust none of these N. Sense, not even Durk, he ain't check on me when I got locked. Asian, the only one still around, but she actin' weird too." Click. That was it. One sentence. But it hit like a bomb in the culture. Twitter? Panic mode. Fans began tweeting, "Von said he ain't trust Durk. This just proved what we've been thinking. Von was out of here. They ain't like that." Even Von's sister Kayla B jumped in with a now deleted tweet. "Y'all don't even know what really went down, but it's funny how everybody got amnesia now." Asian Doll responded with fire emojis, but then tweeted something nobody expected. "I'm not protecting nobody no more. I stayed quiet out of respect. But now y'all gon' see the truth." At that point, the beef was no longer speculation, it was public. In O Block, the vibes shifted instantly. People close to Vaughn started doing interviews, some on shady YouTube channels, others in anonymous calls. One voice in a grainy IG Live said Vaughn was planning to leave. Not just the label everything, he was tired of playing the puppet, he wanted to build his own thing. Another added, OTF was family, but family fall out. That's what y'all don't get, it be the ones you break bread with. Meanwhile, Lil Durk's right-hand man, Buka600, hopped on Twitter and fired shots that seemed aimed at Asian, chicks be chasin', cloud off the dead, weird energy, go get a job. Asian clapped back. Y'all mad cause Vaughn loved me and y'all couldn't control that. I never folded, never. The back and forth, nasty, messy, and oh so public. But then, it went nuclear. According to an alleged leaked police report, again, unconfirmed, a private meeting between Vaughn, an unnamed industry affiliate, and a major label executive took place just 1 week before Vaughn's death. The topic? Vaughn's plans to start his own imprint and take several rising OTF artists with him. That's when things clicked for fans. Wait, so Vaughn was about to break free? He was gonna take his artists and bounce? Nah bro, somebody didn't want that to happen. The leaked report also mentioned that Vaughn had requested to move his assets under a new LLC called Grandson Legacy Ent. Fans searched business registries. It's real. The name was filed just 9 days before he died. That ain't coincidence. That's timing. And the weirdest part? After Vaughn's passing, the LLC was dissolved. Quietly, no announcement. Just disappeared. And guess who allegedly signed the dissolution paperwork? A name blocked out in the document, but fans are saying it rhymes with perk. Now everybody's looking sideways. But it doesn't stop there. A mysterious DM surfaced on an IG gossip page, claiming to be from someone inside the label who overheard a heated call between Vaughn and someone he used to call bro. He said, I ain't your soldier no more. I did what I had to do, now I'm bossing up. If you can't handle that, fall back. Then he hung up, he was mad. The streets were quiet before, but now, it's giving setup. It's giving sabotage. It's giving snakes in the grass. And then, just as this scandal exploded, Asian Doll dropped a teaser for a new track. The snippet? I seen the text, I felt the shade. He said they fake, I felt the blade. They smiled at him, then let him fade. But God see all, and karma paid. Fans went crazy. One comment read, she really talking about Vaughn in this. She finally spilling. Another said, this gotta be about Durk. The timing too perfect. But it was the caption that really shook fans. I stayed silent for years, now it's my turn. Suddenly, people started treating the drama like a murder mystery. New theories flooded Reddit. One Redditor broke down a 10-minute analysis of Vaughn's last day on Earth, matching up timestamps, tweets, and GPS locations. Another thread claimed Vaughn was followed by an unknown black SUV just hours before his fatal confrontation with Quando Rondo's crew. And that's when the most insane detail surfaced. A message allegedly sent from Vaughn's phone to Asians hours before he died. You were right. I should have listened. Don't trust the handshake. The post went viral in seconds. Fans said it confirmed Vaughn knew something and someone was coming for him. But who? And why now, in 2025, are all these pieces suddenly falling into place? What changed? What or who is making this resurface? Maybe it was the hacker, or maybe someone is finally ready to speak. And if you think that's wild, wait till you hear what Vaughn's old lawyer just said in a leaked clubhouse room. The room was quiet, just static, voices muffled, until one voice cut through like a knife. I told Vaughn to stay away from certain people. He ain't listen. That was allegedly Vaughn's old attorney, speaking in a leaked clubhouse audio that mysteriously dropped the morning after Asian Doll's cryptic music teaser. You don't know how many times he asked me about changing his contracts. He wanted out, not out of the game, out of the chains, out of being a soldier. The clip was only 47 seconds, but it shook the industry. Lawyers don't talk unless they're ready for war. And this one? He sounded like a man haunted. He said, they gon' kill me if I move wrong, and then he moved. Fans dissected every syllable. Who's they? What move got him killed? Then, the curveball no one saw coming hit the net. An alleged wire transfer receipt showing a large sum of money over $300,000 sent from an LLC tied to a known rap manager the same day Vaughn died. The recipient's name? redacted. But the sender's memo line read, "For business handled." The streets don't forget. Now blogs were running wild, making connections, jumping to conclusions. But one theory started rising above the rest, and it came from a known troll turned truth dropper on Twitter. Y'all ever wonder why Vaughn had no real security that night? Why he stepped out so vulnerable? They knew he was gonna crash. That one tweet became the seed for 100 TikToks, 1,000 Reddit threads, and one legendary YouTube livestream that pulled in over 1.2 million views in 48 hours. On that livestream, an ex-bodyguard claiming to be on call that night said the assignment got canceled last minute. "They told me he was good," said Durk's people had him covered. "But when I watched the news the next day, he was gone." He paused. Somebody set that man up. At this point, fans weren't even blinking. They were fully locked in, digging for every clue, every deleted post, every sudden unfollow. They noticed Durk and Asian had quietly unfollowed each other just days before the texts leaked. No statement, no shade, just digital distance. But it was Asian's next IG Live that threw gasoline on the whole thing. I don't owe nobody loyalty who ain't show it to Vaughn. Y'all keep saying I'm doing this for clout. I was there. I held that man down when nobody else would. Now everybody wanna play hero? Nah, I'm done biting my tongue. Then she said the line that made the entire internet freeze. Vaughn told me if anything happened to him, I should look close, real close. Twitter erupted. YouTube flooded with Asian doll exposes OTF videos. Even verified rappers were posting eyeball emojis, subtweets, cryptic lines like, "Damn, the game fake fur." But it was Fredo Bang who broke ranks and tweeted, "Y'all better stop playing like y'all don't know what this industry do to real ones." Now it wasn't just Durk in the hot seat, it was the whole system. Still, Durk remained silent, but the silence didn't feel calm. It felt calculated, until he finally broke it with a line so cold, it made people question everything. On a preview of a new track posted to his close friends on IG, Durk rapped, "Kept it a buck with N. Yes, they folded, showed love to dolls, they exposed it, said he ain't trust me, that's cap," he told her. "He ain't leave OTF, he got rolled over." The shade wasn't even subliminal, it was direct. Fans pieced it together instantly. "Cap," he told her, "that's about Asian. He ain't leave OTF, he got rolled over, that's Vaughn." The bars were cold, calculated, and deadly. Asian reacted instantly. She posted a black and white photo of Vaughn smiling with the caption, "Even dead, he realer than y'all." The war had begun, and just when you thought the drama had peaked, another grenade dropped. A new leaked video. Grainy, blurry, but time-stamped just hours before Vaughn's death. It shows Vaughn in a parking garage, arguing with a man fans believe is a former OTF affiliate. The audio is low, but you can hear Vaughn say, "I'm doing this my way now, you tell him I said that." Then he walks off, furious, fists clenched. The man in the video? Now missing. Deleted socials. Gone ghost. And the biggest question everybody asking now is, what did Vaughn know? Because in the days leading up to his death, he made phone calls that have since become legendary. Calls to family, old friends. His cousin from Atlanta even shared a DM he never opened until now. Move smart, blood. Don't say too much. But why? Why was Vaughn so paranoid? Why was he cutting people off, pulling away from the people he built his legacy with? The answer, fans believe, lies in the texts. Those haunting final messages, allegedly written by Vaughn himself, still swirling around the internet like ghost whispers. She acting weird. He acting funny. I see it now. Words that feel like warnings from the other side. And that brings us back to the present. The beef between Durk and Asian Doll isn't just industry drama anymore. It's something deeper, darker, rooted in loyalty, betrayal, legacy, and secrets that might never come to light. But someone's pulling the strings, someone's leaking receipts, someone wants this story told. And based on how fast it's unraveling, they're just getting started. Right after the video of Vaughn in the garage leaked, the industry went eerily silent. Too silent. Bloggers noticed something strange. Certain IG pages that had posted the clip, gone. Deleted overnight. Posts scrubbed. Copyright strikes hit hard. But it wasn't the usual takedowns. These came from unknown LLCs, not labels. Some folks even claimed to receive cease and desist emails within minutes. One media account tweeted, "We posted the clip. 5 minutes later, boom, gone. Never seen takedowns move that fast unless they trying to bury something." but fans had already screen recorded it. That video ain't going nowhere. Now here's where it gets twisted. A source who goes by the name Snow and claims to be a former engineer at a well-known Atlanta studio came forward with a story so wild, people didn't know if it was fake or just the truth wrapped in crazy. He said Vaughn was in the studio just 3 days before he died, not recording, arguing. Man, he was heated. Stormed in there with 2 dudes pacing back and forth. He kept saying, "They think I'm dumb, but I peeped it. They trying to stall me. I'm off this deal." Then he said something about a diss track being cut off from his album. Said, "They scared of what I'm saying now." According to Snow, Vaughn left the booth early that night. No drinks, no smiles, just fire in his eyes. But guess who came in the next day? A rapper known for his close ties to OTF. And guess what he allegedly recorded? A diss. Not against Vaughn, but against a mystery op someone who betrayed the circle. Snow wouldn't say the name, but fans started connecting dots. And then came the biggest twist yet. A new leak this time from iCloud. An anonymous Reddit post claimed to have access to Vaughn's iCloud backup through a legacy unlock. Within the data, there was a draft email, never sent. The subject line, insurance. The message read, "If anything happened to me, tell my sister to check the old Gmail, the one with the Y and R tag. That got everything." What? That message alone turned Reddit into a digital war room. Thousands of users started trying to find out what Y and R meant. Some said it stood for Young and Reckless, Vaughn's old crew. Others said it was code for a ghost email he used for music publishing. Whatever it meant, the timing was deadly. Because just a few days later, an unreleased song leaked on SoundCloud under a random burner name. The vocals sounded like Vaughn. The lyrics, dangerous. "I thought you was my bro, but you was plottin'. They said protect me, but I ended up the target. Shorty crying, but her phone been recordin'. Whole time she knew the move before it started." Instantly, fans screamed, this was the missing track. It was raw, unmixed, rough. But Vaughn's voice, crystal clear. Was this the song he was talking about in the studio? The one they tried to block? Asian Doll posted a single emoji in response to the leak. Meanwhile, Durk stayed quiet. No tweets, no posts. But behind the scenes, rumors started swirling that his team was in full panic mode. Allegedly, meetings were being held with lawyers, PR firms, and digital cleanup companies. Damage control was on. And while all this was going down, a third rapper entered the chat. A known Chicago artist who used to be tight with both Vaughn and Durk suddenly posted a reel with the caption, "Been quiet too long, I ain't picking sides, but the truth always burned louder than the lie." In the video, he stood in front of a mural of Vaughn with a verse playing in the background. "They told me to chill, but I'm turning up. Seen the snake slither while I poured my cup. Said he your brother, but he ain't pull up. Now the reel gone and y'all covering up." Fans went crazy. The rapper didn't say names, but the implication was heavy. People started asking, why are all these pieces connecting now? Why are people suddenly speaking? One TikToker dropped a theory that had over 4 million views in 24 hours. What if this isn't a leak? What if it's a release? What if someone close to Vaughn planned this? What if Vaughn left this behind as revenge? It sounded like a movie script, but in this game, truth and fiction blur every day. Then came the studio memo. An intern at a major label leaked a photo of a whiteboard from an artist development meeting. On the board, control the Vaughn narrative, Q4 priority. Below that, bullet points. Reframe Durk relationship. Silence Asian with NDAs. Manage new leaks flag via legal. Delay legacy docuseries. Whew! The internet had seen enough. Now the fans weren't just mad, they were mobilized. The number Justice for Vaughn hashtag came back. Bigger, stronger, more chaotic. Fans were marching online, demanding full investigation, tagging lawyers, tagging Netflix, tagging Durk. And in the middle of the storm, Asian Doll posted something chilling. A screenshot of her notes app. It read, "I wasn't gonna say it, I wasn't, but now I got nothing left to lose. They lied to his face, used him, watched him fall, and smiled at the funeral." She didn't tag anyone, she didn't have to. The streets knew who it was for. And that's when the mysterious hacker, yes, the same one from the Discord leaks, came back. This time with a Twitter post that sent chills down the spine of hip-hop. Y'all ain't even seen the voicemail yet. Fans lost their minds. Voicemail? What voicemail? The tweet ended with, The 18th of December 2025. Drop a countdown. And now, everybody's watching the clock, because whatever drops next might finally reveal who King Von was warning us about. And if it's real, it could flip the industry upside down. December 18th, 2025. The internet waited like it was a Super Bowl halftime show. Screenshots of countdowns, YouTube Live scheduled, Reddit threads titled The Drop, Midnight Hit, and the hacker delivered. A 17-second voicemail. Unfiltered, raw, heavy breathing, a familiar voice, no intro, no outro, just straight emotion. I see it now. You smiled in my face, said you had me, but I heard what you told her. I ain't dumb, I was loyal, but I ain't dying for y'all. Click. Fans froze. The tone? That was Von, or someone doing a damn good impression. But the content? Too real, too specific. And the part that made everyone's heart stop? But I heard what you told her. Who is her? Asian doll? A label exec? A mystery woman we don't even know about? Twitter cracked in half. He heard it. He knew. They was plotting on Von and he found out last second. This voicemail proves everything. Within an hour, number Von voicemail trended in over 12 countries. And then came the fallout. Asian doll hopped on IG Live immediately. She was shaking, no makeup, eyes red. You hear that? Y'all hear that? I told y'all he wasn't crazy. I told y'all he felt it, and he said it, out loud, and they still let it happen. She paused. Tears fell. She looked straight into the camera. I got more, way more. They want me quiet, but I'm done playing scared. Within seconds, her live hit 300K viewers. Even verified rappers jumped in the chat. Then she said something that damn near broke the app. They offered me money to stop talking. Real money, bags. But Von ain't worth no hush check. He worth the truth. Screens went black. She ended the live. The streets lost their minds. YouTubers uploaded reactions within minutes. TikTok was filled with clips of the voicemail slowed down, reversed, analyzed like the damn Zapruder film. And guess who finally broke his silence? Lil Durk. No post, no tweet, a full-blown IG live. He sat in a studio, hoodie low, face tight. Y'all believe anything, that ain't Von. Y'all know better. I ain't never crossed that man, not once. He looked off camera, took a deep breath. Y'all want someone to blame, I get it, but don't play with my name off lies. Don't twist grief into gossip. That voicemail? Cap. But the comments? Ruthless. Post your texts with him then. Why the OTF chain ain't buried with him? Why his security got pulled the night he died? Where the footage from the garage? And then Durk said something that turned everything upside down. You want to know the truth? Ask her what really happened. She the only one who knew where Von was that night. Boom. He said it. He flipped it. Fans gasped. Was Durk blaming Asian doll? Theories flipped like pancakes. A new narrative emerged. Was Asian feeding Von's ops info? Was she the snake in the story? People started pulling up old texts, old interviews, matching timestamps. One clip from a podcast where Asian says, I always knew where Von was. He told me everything. Boom. A TikTok with that audio hit 12M views in one night. Then, an anonymous email landed in several blogs' inboxes with a screen-recorded screen share of a location-sharing log. Allegedly, Von's iPhone shared his location with a contact named Babya Asian Doll's no nickname in his phone on the exact night he died. Now fans were stuck. Was Von betrayed by the ones he trusted or the one he loved? And just when it couldn't get any messier, the feds stepped in. Yup. Allegedly, according to one blog, the FBI had opened a private investigation into Von's death months ago, but the voicemail leak triggered new interest. The theory? That Von's death may have involved industry manipulation and possible obstruction. One unverified court doc claimed a cooperative witness gave names tied to both a major label and a known Atlanta management firm names that allegedly discussed Von as a problem asset. It's giving industry hit. It's giving he got too big. And it's giving somebody talked. Meanwhile, Asian doll vanished. No tweets, no lives, no posts. Fans said her family pulled her off socials. Others claimed she was threatened. Then, another blogger posted a voice memo from someone claiming to be her cousin. She ain't safe, they watching her, she know too much, they told her shut up or else. Boom. But the wildest part? A private listening party invite leaked online. It was for an unreleased Vaughn experience hosted by a streaming giant. The invite said, "A night to honor the voice they tried to silence. The truth in his words finally heard." What? Fans think Asian's behind it. Some say it's her way of dropping the real music the vault Vaughn left behind. But the label? Furious. Rumors say they've already filed injunctions. Lawyers scrambling, cease and desists raining down. And yet, the streets don't care. Because whether real, fake, or something in between, the people feel like they finally seeing the cracks in the machine. And behind those cracks, truth, pain, betrayal, loyalty, and a name we haven't even mentioned yet, but will in because somebody unexpected is about to enter the picture. And when they do, everything changes. It's an X-refitted intelligence story. The Paysever 5 offers in face, and the Raction Heaven Tamana backtoe. And there you have it. From the alleged texts, the voicemail drop, the industry whispers, to Durk and Asian throwing nuclear shade at each other. One thing is clear, something ain't right. The story of King Von's final days is no longer just about what happened outside a hookah lounge. It's about loyalty twisted, love betrayed, power moves gone wrong, and maybe, just maybe, a system built to silence those who get too loud, too smart, too powerful. Fans thought they knew the truth, but now, everything's blurry. Was Vaughn really planning to leave OTF? Did Asian Doll know more than she let on? Is Durk innocent or just calculated? And who leaked the voicemail? One thing's for sure, someone close to Vaughn is speaking from the grave. And the most haunting part? We might not be ready for the truth when it finally hits. But you tell us. Do you think the voicemail was real? Was it all staged to control the narrative? Is Durk the victim or the villain? Drop your hottest theory in the comments right now. We reading everything. Smash that like button if you believe Vaughn's story ain't over. Subscribe if you're ready for it's dropping soon. And trust us, the twist coming next? Nobody's ready. This ain't just entertainment. This is war. And war always leaves receipts.